reverend, slip you some boogie. Y'all can't dance, what you need is a reverend, slip you some boogie.
Hi-ya! Yes, and slip you some boogie we will. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Fringe FM, coming at you live from the middle of nowhere, the center of everywhere. Here once again to give you yet another scrumptious dose of conversational boogie. This is, wait for it, Shift Happens. Yes, welcome folks. Sorry we had to take last week off, but things happen and stuff needed to be done, and plus I was sick, and just a rough couple of weeks. But we are back tonight for another edition of Talking Shift, and you know what that means. It's just we've got, as always, a surprise guest that's always unannounced, and we do open lines all night long with said guest. And we'll get to our surprise guest in just a moment, but also joining us, as per usual, is our trusty co-host, JP. What's happening, JP?
Hello, Earthlings! I'm so glad to be here. We didn't even do an audio check, but I hope I'm coming in okay.
Yeah, coming in great, surprisingly. Yeah.
Yeah, crap.
There we go. And so what's going on, JP? What have you been up to these last JP couple of weeks?
Whoa! Do you feel what the? No, it's. I don't know if you've been feeling it, but it's been a little tense at times. I'm glad the holidays are over, but I don't know what happened out there in Texas. It seems like a lot of y'all got sick. I heard that, and a lot of y'all are testing positive on these little tester thingies. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that's an isolated Texas thing or not, but that's just what I'm hearing.
I haven't heard. I live in Texas, and I haven't heard that at all. So maybe I'm just living under a rock.
I would not even say it if it wasn't happening, to people I know, but just a few people I know got it. And just curious. But yeah, otherwise, I did a show with Jess last night. Check it out. I think it's posted. If it's not, hopefully she will. I dropped a couple F-bombs. Okay, Gigi. I'm sorry. I did. I was really into it. When it's up and posted, listen to it. It's good. It's good.
That's weird because you're usually really good at not doing that.
I really have a good track. I've never really done that on this show.
I don't think you've ever dropped a single one on this one.
Yeah. 2 F-bombs because I was fired up. I wasn't drinking either. I was just fired up. It was good. There's a lot to go at. Depends on where you... And I think Jess and I were really focused on, like, the balance of it all. Because, when you're in the communities that we're in and the freaks that we know, our guest included, we do need a balance, I guess. And I think that's the ultimate struggle. But we're doing it somehow. And I think it's been an amazing show, an amazing display of truth and kind of coming to the surface. But how much truth can you bear? I mean, that's the thing. How much truth can you bear? Because the truth of it all is as bizarre as I always imagined it to be. I can't believe this. It's happening.
Yeah, and the JPF bomb, yeah. And, speaking of which, of course, Jess Rogie is doing her Friday night open lines show tonight, which will come after Jaroop show, Lighting the Void. So we got a full evening's block of fantastic content for you guys tonight, as we always do. And definitely make sure to stick around for both of those. Drink some coffee. And speaking of coffee, do we need coffee?
Oh, do I ever? Do you ever? Of course we always need coffee. Come on, E. Let's go!
That's right.
Yeah,
And you can help support our show by buying us, in fact, a coffee. If you go to buymeacoffee.com/shifthappens. And we really appreciate all the donations. We got quite a few, especially during the holidays, which was very nice. And still number one ranking is Dragon Rose.
Dragon Rose.
Yeah, she's the number one. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because there's been a lot of anonymous ones, and I'm not sure if they're all the same person or if they're other people. But as far as I can tell, I think Dragon Rose gets the tip of the hat there. Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat rooms? Lily, Sylvain, MJ, Daryl. Hey, what's up, Daryl? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I haven't been doing the karaoke lately. Yeah, no, I just I don't know. I haven't been feeling it, but maybe if there's one happening tonight after the show, I might actually joined in.
Let me know, because I'm starting to get the invite to some of these, and I'm a little I have some apprehension before I get it and start singing to a group. I don't know. It's tough, but maybe
right,
if I'm with you, people I know.
Oh yeah, it's fun because
I love it. I love karaoke.
Yeah,
I know.
So right off the bat, just top of your head, no time to think. What's the first song you go with?
Oh boy, I'd have to go with something I really know, like Stray Cat Strut, or something really kind of, Jesse's Girl, something stupid, but I know it like very well.
Nice.
Stray Cat Strut by the Stray Cats would probably be my number one.
Nice. And anyway. I was gonna go in a whole different direction, but we don't have time. Let's go ahead and so, as with all Talking Shift episodes, essentially, if you don't get the grift by now, Talking Shift is basically an open lines episode, but we have a surprise special unannounced guest to hang out with us during said open line show, and god damn it, Bob Tuscan. Yes, this is live. I don't understand how you don't understand this, but yes, we are live, and thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And yes, if you see the chat room moving, that means we're live. I'm not sure how else to express this to you, my friend, but thank you for tuning in, my friend. And
I don't know where Bob Tuscan is from, but I'm glad they let him out of the cage once a week just to listen to our show.
There you go. And but yeah, thanks for tuning in, Bob. Always good to see you. And without any further ado whatsoever, let's introduce our surprise special guest for the evening that's going to be hanging out with us and taking some calls. Is the one, the only Elfman, aka Pat Breeze. What is happening, Elfman?
Yeah.
What's up, JP? How's it going?
I noticed one thing that
you didn't include me.
You're only trusting one of us. Why?
Yeah. Hey, JP.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Yes.
What's up, guys? Now, I sent you both packages, man, so I kind of want to find out how you liked them and if you've tried to utilize any of it.
I did receive a really nice gift from you. It's amazing. I'll never forget this Christmas. It's and getting that for sure. But it was one of the stones is almost like the way you explained it. Right when I saw it, I knew, but it's kind of like a battery. And so I did some tests with it. It's pretty nuts. I mean, I don't know if it's it's not like a Duracell, but it's just, it's fashioned so both ends are pointy. So I just I do like light meditation at night just to kind of calm down. And I held it in my fingers, one end on each of my index fingers, and I just chilled out with it. And man, I don't know. I have to give this some more tests because there's something going on there. I'm not sure what it is, but maybe you have insight. What I felt like, what's going on?
Well, man, you're going to feel whatever you feel, man. Everybody feels energy different. It's all about your own perspective on that. Perception, however you want to say it. But I did give you the ones with the 2 sharp ends. Gigi got the round one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so Gigi got the round one. I just know I'm going to keep working on it. What I sensed was a little bit of like an air purifier, but for my conscience. So I don't know. It's just a meditation thing, and a lot of things happen during meditation, and I'm kind of trained to just ignore everything and just be. And it's an interesting addition. It's a real wild experiment. I like doing that. Thank you so much.
Now the selenite you got. Now, what room have you put it in, and can you tell the difference?
That's an interesting question. I can tell a difference. I feel a little lighter. I have to be honest. It's in my recording studio, and it's I can tell a difference. I just in me. So I don't know what that is yet, but again, I'm gonna keep looking at it every day and kind of thinking on it and just see where it goes. Who knows? I have a relationship now with my new power. It's an amazing thing. It looks amazing. Now, did you do the work on it? I mean, it's engraved, like it's sawed off in certain angles and stuff.
Nope.
Do you do any?
Those I got from a store that I get stuff from. So those
Nice.
were from the store. No, cutting them, man, that's a lot to do that kind of stuff. You got to have good machines to really pull that stuff off. You can buy a rock tumbler and make anything, round. But to get cuts and all that, you got to have machines and stuff for that, and I don't have that. It would be nice to do that one day, be able to do those. So, Gigi, what'd you tell with yours? Anything good?
Well, with all selenite towers that I have, which is only 3, including yours, but yours is more like raw, if that makes any sense, compared to the other ones. So I actually keep them right next to where I sleep. And ever since you gave me that, or I received it in the mail rather, dude, I've been having some wild dreams, and they've all been very positive as well, and to the point where it's actually like inspired me to do things the following day. When I wake up, and it's actually like, I don't know, it could be coincidence, it could be whatever, but those selenite towers, I've always had a nice connection with those, and the one that you sent me was much more, like I said, raw, just a raw version of that, rather than these pristine, which I can't, because you hold the crystal, and you can feel the shards of it kind of coming on your hands and and whatnot, and so I'm pretty hyped pretty hyped about it. Like I said, could be coincidence, but I don't know. I think there's some certain properties to that it's mostly affected my dreams, I guess, is what I'm saying, and in a very positive way.
It's one thing I usually get people to do. The first thing with them is sit them by your nightstand, on your nightstand rather, and figure out what happens in your dreams. Because I've noticed even people that aren't into crystals and into woo-woo stuff or anything, I notice when I give it to them and I have them put it by their bed, I've noticed that they'll have dreams. And that's, because I always use it for dream work. That's the main thing I do with my crystals. But I've noticed that even people that I've given it to that say they don't dream, as soon as I give it to them and give them about a week, all of a sudden they're just like, dude, I'm dreaming. I've never dreamed. I don't understand. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Now it's time to be a scientist. Anytime you get something like that, or, it goes with anything spiritually, man, you got to be a scientist. You got to get out there and try everything. Don't read a book and go, well, this is how it's supposed to be. Because as soon as you put that in your mind, this is how it's supposed to be, you screwed yourself. Spirituality's got to be your own thing, man. It's to each one of us, it's our thing. It's nobody else's. It's all personal. And that's one thing that really gets my ass with a lot of people. They start reading the damn books. Well, I should be feeling this. Well, as soon as you start doing that, you start cock blocking yourself. And then, you pretty much screwed yourself, man. And that's why I always tell people, man, don't get into the reading. Don't do that, man. Breath work, go read and find out the breath counts and stuff, but try different ones, that's just it. People, they, spiritually, they do one thing and they go, it didn't work, and they give up. You got to get out there, man, and be a scientist. You got to get out there and try everything and figure out what each little thing does. Once you start putting those little pieces together, then you get the big piece of puzzle put together, and you're just like, oh my God, now I'm starting to get it, And that's the whole reason it's, out there for us. You got to put the puzzle together, man. Get out there and do it. You guys got to figure out what to do, man. Use them in the dreams, meditations, whatever you can use it on,
Yeah, and just Jess is in the chat, and she says she keeps her Pat crystal on her desk at all times, and very good
Nice
stuff. Very good
Nice to
stuff.
have a new tool to fight old demons and vampires and such. I definitely feel a difference as well. So thanks. Really good idea for a gift.
Well, as long as you guys use them, man, and get something out of it, then that'll make me happy, man. And I hope it helps, you guys with whatever it needs to help you with. Lisa, that friend of ours, she sent me 7 of them. And I'll tell you what, man, she sent me some crystals I never heard of, and holy man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you a funny story. So I get the package of crystals. I'm opening them up on the kitchen room or the kitchen table. And my mom, she's not into this stuff. She comes, sits down. She's like, well, let me see what you got. So I start unwrapping them. Well, the one, I can't remember the name of it. It's a long word, man. And I got it. And as soon as I opened it up, man, and touched it, the hair on my arm.
Sorry about that. That is the great epic failure of Skype that refuses.
But anyway, doing it, and the hair on my arm stood up. My mom looked at me funny, man. I set the crystal back down. Hair went down. I picked it up again. Hair went up again. My mom sit there, and dude, it was funny. She looks at me and she goes, "Can I hold that one?" I was like, "How great is that, man?" I let her hold it. She was pretty cool about it. But yeah, man, I got those crystals, dude, and I got Argonaut. I think that's how you say Argonaut, but that one's pretty cool. I've been carrying that, man. That's a pretty mellow, peaceful stone. But I got some good ones, man, and as soon as I start using the other ones, I'll let you know what happened and what they're doing.
Right on. And in the meantime, we do have our associate producer, Brad Harris.
There he
has
is.
Just joined
What's up,
in
Brad?
on the call. What's happening, Brad?
Man, what a trip. I can't believe I got Skype to actually work right now. Man,
Yeah.
all these updates. Gigi, I'm not even going to go down that freaking route because I know how much you just love Skype.
Oh, I would drop kick Skype in a second. But yeah.
Dude, I'm not even mad. Whatever. It's my own fault for not being up to date on it. But, man, I'm stoked, dude. What up, JP, my boy?
Hey, nice to see you, man. It's been a long time. Happy New Year. Hope your family's well, and I'm glad you're back, dude.
Yeah, I've always been here. I just been kind of in the cut, dude. Busy, you know, family and whatnot, and producing shows and stuff. But man, I gotta say, you guys have been just crushing it, dude. The last 3 months. I mean, seriously, JP, like you guys are coming into your own, and I'm just proud to actually, you know, I pull it. I can't listen every Friday, but when I pull it up Monday at work at 5 a.m. when I show up to work and I put my headphones on, I'm freaking amped, dude. I'm so stoked. You guys are just carrying the torch, bro. You guys are doing kind of like what everyone else wants to do, but doing it at your speed and your level, and nobody's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like nobody's doing what we're doing. Everybody's so overproduced and they flame the F out, you know? And we've been doing this 6 years now, and that's why I had to come on tonight, dude. Gigi, I love you, bro.
I love you too.
Cortana, if you're out there listening, man, thank you so much for coming up with this idea. And Darren McClure coming in, you know, on his random weeks in the past to help us. And dude, seriously though, JP, you're a good staple, and I don't see you going nowhere. Hopefully you'll stay here forever, and we can, you know, take this to the next level. Speaking of, we got Conscious Life Expo. Are you going to be there for the next couple months?
Where is it?
It's going to be at the LAX Hilton, right down the street from your house. So
Yeah.
you should be able to like to roll out of bed and just kind of like stumble over there, hopefully.
That's always, you know, a possibility.
Last year I missed you, you know, my car broke down and
I
like
was there.
yeah, I know, I like bumped into you for like 2 minutes, man. I was so bummed. Couldn't hang out, but yeah, dude, this year's going to be going off, man. We got a lot of good things going on with Shift Happens and the community. We're going to switch it up, you know, like it's time to bring in some different talents and some new blood, as we say, right?
Nice.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I wish I could have been here on New Year's to like kind of be all amped on this whole movement we're doing, but I was out of town, but here I am now, and we're gonna rock it. So I hope all the listeners, man, it's gonna be something different this year. So we're gonna get off the train a little bit and roll around and go down different avenues. A lot of self-enlightenment, a lot of positivity.
Yeah,
You know what I
and-
mean?
Do you have? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gigi.
Well, just real quick, we do have to take a break real quick. But for those who don't fully understand Brad's role here, he's our associate producer here, and he makes Shift happen for this show time and time again. And he doesn't, you know, he's busy, like you said. You know, he's got family, he's got all kinds of gigs that he does, but whenever he gets a chance to come on here, he does, like he did tonight. So it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you for that, and the warm welcome back in, especially from JP and EGG, and all the listeners too. You know, we've had, man, I haven't been on for like 6 months, and we got stacks of people. I just want to say thank you for coming on the show, and we provide this platform for you to share your shift, man. That's what we do. So anyone out there listening, if you got something good, bring it. You know, email me, GG, JP, any of us, or just call in.
Yeah,
you know?
And speaking of which, the phone lines are open. I only posted it in one chat room, but we'll give out the number as soon as we come back because we have to take a commercial break right this very now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Shift Happens here for the Fringe FM. I'm your host, GG, along with our co-host, JP.
What is up? What's up, Brad? Yeah.
And we're here with our associate producer, Brad, and our special guest for tonight, the Elfman, Pat Breeze. And we'll be back here in just a few short commercially minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Pure Health Defenders, proud sponsor of Shift Happens, producing organic and natural health, wellness, and technology products for people, pets, and plants to thrive alive. Pure Health Defenders, also known as PhD, is powered by C7 Technology, Scalar Energy Atomic Technology, and fueled by Sea Miracle Superfoods. 118 nutrients of the purest sea vegetables Mother Earth has to offer. Recognized 100% by people, pets, and plants, delivering the value the same. Everybody deserves a PhD. Be smart about it. Come join the healthiest families today.
Tired of talking about the weather? No, Shift. Well, Shift Happens is here to fulfill your desires as you reach that point in life where you crave tantalizing conversation about reality, ufology, the occult, and the conspiracies within, while simultaneously finding yourself desperately in need of your very own theme music, which we've got plenty of that too. So be sure to tune in to Shift Happens every Friday night from 7 to 9 Pacific, right here on the Fringe FM. Because the weather sucks, and you need some theme music.
Musicians experience a lot of frustration with music marketing and promotion. They have no idea how to get their music heard, and they're spending hours sending emails, making phone calls, and hitting up their friends to promote them. With our industry-powered digital marketing platform, we can set up your media plan in minutes. Our team will automatically distribute your music across all the best channels, so you can focus on actually making the music. Submit your music today on our website at mymusicpromoter.com. That's mymusicpromoter.com.
Thousands of people are having paranormal experiences with ghosts, demons, shadow people, dogmen, Bigfoot, and more. Their stories need to be told, and they are being told. Dark Waters, a renowned storyteller, invites you to join at IamDarkWaters.com. For just a few dollars a month, you can listen to some of the most hair-raising and compelling stories on the planet. You'll have access to real-life stories told by Dark Waters, thousands of hours of content. Their encounters are being told, and told by the best, at IamDarkWaters.com. Listen to stories like The Rabbit Man, the Dogman encounter in Silas, Alabama, The Man with No Face, The Other Woman, A Day Ahead of the Devil, Dogman Murder in Hurricane Ida, even a story of someone trying to kill a dogman. Louisiana water demon stories. Sign up today and become a member at IamDarkWaters.com. That's IamDarkWaters.com.
Have you suffered in silence or experienced stress from a paranormal experience? Even if it happened 20 years ago, when thinking or talking about it today still makes you feel sick to your stomach or makes your heart beat faster, or you suddenly can't breathe. Maybe you even feel those old familiar signs of a panic attack trying to reach the surface. You could have unprocessed emotional responses. Those reactions of terror and trauma are no different than living through a horrible assault, childhood abuse, or a terrible car accident. It can be nearly impossible to find help. The very instance of seeing a ghost or encountering a cryptid could be clinical clinically described as seeing or hearing things that aren't there. You could be considered psychotic, or at best, you're just not taken seriously. Out of a growing mountain of research, the National Institute for Integrative Healthcare showed that 8 out of 10 veterans who completed just 6 one-hour EFT sessions no longer tested positive for PTSD. If you've had paranormal trauma, you can contact Metaphorical Archaeology by calling 214-995-3754. Again, that's 214-995-3754 for a discreet consultation.
What are you doing late nights? Join me, Jess Rogie, the host of The Jess Rogie Show. We have a new show title and a new time slot. Become part of the show by calling in and joining in on the conversation. We'll discuss a wide variety of topics, including everything from consciousness, conspiracies, current events, fringe topics, pop culture, and so much more. Let's see where the night takes us. Join us live 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern. Right after Lighting the Void with Joe Roop on KTLK Digital Broadcasting, The Fringe FM.
I came to LA to make rock and roll. Along the way I had to sell my soul. I made some good friends that make me say I really wanna be in LA. I took the 10 to get to Beverly, laid some rock to tape, roll up on 180. Alan and Natasha always make me say I really wanna be in LA.
And we are back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. For the Fringe FM, this is Shift Happens. I'm your host, Gigi, along with our co-host, JP.
Good evening.
And we're also joined with our associate producer, Brad Harris.
That would be me. Man, I'm tripping, dude. I haven't heard that intro and been in this seat with the intro and JP and you in a while, dude. I'm just boogieing. It's on.
Hell yeah. There's no quite much of boogieing unless you're listening to the Eagles of Death Metal. Absolutely. And then also joining us tonight is our good friend Elfman, aka Pat Breeze. You know him, you love him, you've seen him everywhere. He's everywhere all the time. And he's here now. What's up?
I love
What's up, guys? What's up?
Yeah, Elfman. That's why I'm here, man. I heard you were showing up, so I was like, I'm here for the Elfman.
By the way, I was really curious. Are there any topics that you have heard of ours in the last, since you've been away? Are there any topics that you especially liked, or is it just kind of a general, like, you're just liking what you hear?
I got a great new topic, actually. It was Epiphany. It came to me yesterday.
Yeah, let's hear it.
About, like 2 beers and maybe 2 bowls deep. I was sitting here contemplating on who built the damn pyramids, right? And it makes total sense. You might, I don't know, dude. It's like, when you have that moment, you see the little shining star and you're just like, this is it, right? You're just like, all right, let's go. Let's see what we get. I don't know if I want to tell you. You might just bat an eyelash at me, but...
Wait a second. You've got to tell us. You can't just do that and not tell us.
Well, dude, it's like, it's kind of close to my heart because, it's one of those moments you had, and you're just like, I don't know if I should share it with everyone. I told Gigi about it, and he was like, dude, I've never thought of that. So if Gigi said that, it must be at least semi-freaking, legit.
Oh,
or anyways.
He knows way more about it than I do, but I'm sure it would probably make me pass out. I'm positive.
So I know, right? So look, this is how it happened, dude. I'm sitting here, and I don't know what it was. Maybe I was going through Twitter or something, or who knows? You know, like that's like I'm kind of limiting myself on social media. Like I'm holding on to Twitter, but like any day I might just cancel and just get out of there. I'm so over it all. But long story short is, dude, I saw a picture of one of my favorite characters growing up, and his name starts with an F, and his last name starts with an F, and he was back in this guy, he's got documentary that goes way back, dude. Like, man, this might be some of the oldest texts known to man. FF. I'm not going to say the name yet. But you know, I mean, this is stuff that is just mind blowing. Okay, and I think this is the dude that built the pyramids. FF. Wow. Yeah, and it's right in front of our nose, and we don't even know what's going on. You feeling me, Elfman?
Oh, I already figured it out, man. I got you. And honestly, dude, I'm thinking you're hitting on something hard now.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever gone down this wormhole yet?
I got it now. Yeah, it makes sense.
You want to know what it is? I'm gonna drop a bomb on you. Maybe I'll keep the little carrot dangling a little bit longer, but
younger people won't know for sure.
Oh. All right, check it out. Fred Flintstone and the dinosaurs built the pyramids.
Yeah,
or at least someone of that stature. Come on, feel me, you guys.
I mean, well, there are a couple of things to think about here. I mean, one, it seems, you know, when you look at Robert Schoch and his view on the Sphinx and how that could only have been, that water erosion could have only been, you know, before or during the last ice age, right? So
I'm feeling it, yeah.
So, you know,
it was before then. So
yeah, and you know, and I think what Brad is getting at is because the wheel wasn't invented until like 5,000 BC, but yet we have these pyramids that, if you include the water erosion, they were built way longer, like 7,000 years at least, if not way more. So I think what Brad's getting at is that they might have actually, instead of using wheels or what have you, they might actually have, you know, tamed some dinosaurs back in the day. And
these dudes are giants. They're not like our size. At that point, the hominids, I guess, as you would call them.
I mean, it's a pretty wild theory.
They're giants.
But it is, Brad, you were telling me about this earlier. I was like, wow, I've actually never thought of that. And
it makes me wonder. I've thought if it was us that did it, it would be through cymatics. But if there were giants, if just giants existed, maybe what happened is
they tamed them.
Yeah, well, yeah, either just giants erected a bunch of pyramids and the people who conquered or came after just took care of everything else. They just annihilated everything else they built and left maybe a few pyramids and random.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. When the pharaohs and what we call the Egyptians, they didn't build that shift. Hell no. They found it. They found it, and then they graffitied all over it. That's basically what they did.
Created there, basically.
Yeah.
And they had no idea because their mama and papa left.
But it is an interesting theory. What if at some point in time, because
check this one out. real quick,
Okay.
if you don't mind me interjecting, and you
Yeah.
can jump back on that bandwagon, but look, what if, okay, you know those 3 small ones on the plateau there, the small pyramids? Maybe the giants built those. And then they're like, dude, we need to build bigger ones. We got to get those freaking dinosaurs down in the Amazon and get them over here to help move these blocks. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe those were like, pre Romans, or who knows. I don't know, but or maybe the Romans. What's that?
I don't think Rome was existing yet, but
No. I'm just saying, like, down the road, like these. Maybe it's the same sort of mentality, though, to build and have civilizations, which is
Right.
an entirely different concept than these pyramids, which is so much more awesome than, like, I think anything. The Romans built a lot of great stuff, but not like
oh yeah.
pyramids.
And then the cool way to look at it too is like Gigi was saying, and you as well, is like, these people stumbled across it, or maybe they recognized it was something special at that point. It was deteriorating, and they had no idea how to replicate it. So they're freaking giving it their gladdest just effort ever. Can we put gold in there? Can we make it shiny? Can we piss on it? Whatever, And I think there's been many episodes of that happening, not once, twice, 3 times. I think, as we all know, that if we've gone down this hole, it's been episodes and episodes of different generations taking hold of the restoration of those pyramids, where they came from. I'm saying Fred Flintstone, dude. Straight up.
I mean,
till I die.
I mean, think of it this way: Göbekli Tepe is undeniably 12,000 years old, right? Which is thousands of years before the invention of the wheel, right? Do you really think? I mean, come on, folks. Think for yourselves for a second. Do you really think they built that shift without wheels? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I highly doubt it. But Brad's theory kind of, I mean, I'm not fully sold on it yet.
Wheels,
but
fully sold. I like it.
But
who's to say that wheels weren't invented earlier? Fred Flintstone had wheels.
Yeah, but I'm talking about according to mainstream academia. You know what I mean?
That doesn't count on this show, though.
Exactly. So something like I mean, think about it. Just imagine what Brad's saying. Just imagine, what if they did figure out a way to tame dinosaurs and figure out how to get them to haul these blocks? That could be, but that's only accurate if the pyramids are way older than than we are taught. And by way, I mean like millions of years.
Well, not to mention
they're that old. That's the problem. I don't.
Right.
Yeah. That's
not also, look at the Amazon. They've come up with some kind of artifacts that show Stegosaurus. I don't know how real those are. I never really looked at the efficacy of that, but I will tell you that I did hear of stories of Stegosauruses in the Amazon present day. And of course, look at what they're finding right now too. Like, who knows? Like, they're finding huge palaces now that have been just, grown over with huge freaking different kind of, every tree known to man. I mean, every kind of botanical living thing thrives in the Amazon, right? That's where we get all our natural medicine from, and whichever we can get. But long story short is, all right, just imagine, like, okay, look at our crappy houses, these little stick homes we build nowadays, right? And if you don't pay, JP, you're a homeowner. If you don't trim your shrubs or maintain the roots of your trees, they get into your main lines, this, that, and the other, paint, shingles.
Without financing that, you get eaten up alive. Everything.
Yeah, and thank God we live in California. Could you imagine living in like Hawaii or somewhere else that just gets gnarly, just beat downs of weather? And just imagine. So paint lasts what, 10 years, right? They say, oh, you got a warranty for 10 years if you're lucky and you do it right with a primer and prep it and whatnot, right? Okay, 10 years ain't shit, dude. Ain't shift, sorry. Like, in the real deal, like 100 years, that house, if you don't paint it and take care of it, that thing is done. It's basically going to be on the ground and look like a barn, right?
Even in a smaller level, like if you drive up the 405 in West Los Angeles, the sides there's been some severe burns, and the place has been brown for 4 or 5 years since we've been droughting. One downpour like we had in the last week, and it's like a complete terraform. Like, it's like green, lush. It's an amazing thing. It happens in just a minute. It's like boom.
So you can imagine the Amazon though, even like through cement, like if any kind of like rocks crack and moisture can get in there and a seed of any sort, a tree's gonna grow through there and just demolish it, and like, so that's what they're finding is like all these just gnarly, like overgrown old temples right now in Amazon. And there's just so much more down there to get at. And that's where, who knows, that's what we got on this little rabbit trail with the dinosaur thing. And just millions of tribes. Like, there's millions of millions of people down there with thousands of tribes that we don't even know about. Isn't that rad? I'm so amped on, well, now we do, and everyone's going to be all over it and satellites and whatnot, but it's just, it's so nice to know that there's a square part of this earth that nobody's really taken advantage of yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but real quick, we got a few minutes here, and we do have a caller enter, area code 856, and then 666 following that. Quite a number.
856?
Sounds like our kind of guy.
That's
or girl.
You are live on Shift Happens 1-856-666-1127. Or I should not.
You love it?
Yeah, no, that's not the number. That was the wrong number. But it does start with 856.
Who art thou, and where are you calling from?
Thailand.
Hello.
Hello there, caller.
Oh, hello there, JP. I'm fervently combing the beach, looking for your placenta. It might be.
Yes.
There's one chance of it being here from there.
If you find it, please return it. Thank you.
No, if I find it.
Good skin care, too, as well. So give me a little bit.
If I find it, I'm going to properly dispose of it.
Don't worry, it's already been done. Hey, what's going on? What's on your mind tonight, Mr.
I'm just tuning in, thinking to myself, why is it that, well, not you, JP, you've got proper speech, although you're being dragged slowly into the abyss. I'm wondering, what is it with all this, and like, it's my pet peeve, I hate it. Stop saying the word like.
Just shut up.
All right, what should I say, dude? Let's say dude. That drove me crazy.
Dude.
Everyone's
listen, I can deal with dude. I watched the Big Lebowski more than one time.
All right, I feel you. It bothers me too, and I think everyone says it so much it might be rubbing off on us. So please forgive me. It's rubbing off. I hate it, dude. I'll be honest. I hate it too, my friend. I really.
It's rubbing off on television presenters, even on Fox News. I'm hearing.
I'm hearing it from Valley Girl Revisited.
Yeah, that's
No.
all I needed. Tune in Valley Girl on Fox News.
Yeah, Valley Girl revisited 2023. Be there.
It's one of
Oh.
the things I think California is least proud of, or at least it should be, is the whole. You know,
California has nothing to be proud of. Go ahead, tell me something about California that
Tell me
We got
you're
good
proud of.
waves. I'm
yeah, we
proud
got
of the
great
waves here.
Great weather. What does Pennsylvania have?
I got good surf.
Well, I don't live in Pennsylvania anymore, JP. I live in Thailand. I wake up with a view of the ocean.
Oh, you got better
I-
surf than me, damn it. Oh,
I wake up with a view of the ocean. It's 80 degrees. I've got a woman going out of a job interview. She wants to come over and have sex. I've never met her. I've been talking to her for years. Finally, she's in the same city. I'm a 60-year-old man. I get sex all the time with beautiful women. Enjoy the USA.
I feel like my dirty uncle just called in.
I'm so glad you called in to let us know
Hey, I'm
about your
kinda
personal
stoked
life.
for him.
That's so interesting for everyone to listen to.
It could be your personal life too. You could have this personal life, but you choose to stay in America. See, you could do your radio show from Thailand. You could do it from anywhere.
Actually,
bring her along. Maybe she likes to swing.
I agree with you there. I'm trying to figure out where else around the world I want to live because I don't want to stay here.
Maybe your wife. Hey, Gigi, maybe your wife likes to swing.
I don't
maybe
have
she's
a
a little
wife.
kinky too. I think you should bring her here and let her express herself properly.
Oh, I know who this is. Okay. All right.
I do too.
Yeah.
Is there any dolphins down there?
I haven't seen a dolphin. I don't think a dolphin would come to shore. The Thais are too dirty.
All right.
They
do
throw their.
you have
they throw
any?
their-
How much is it to like rent a pad there?
Do you have anything meaningful to say before we kick you off?
Well, now why would you do that? I make your show.
Oh, you make the show, do you?
No, I make your show. I make your show more interesting. See, people will call after I call in because they'll be so incensed by something that I say that they can't help themselves.
Doesn't most
You won't be sitting there looking. You won't be sitting there looking at the phone lines, not blinking. They'll be blinking.
Okay, doesn't most of the world's kratom come from Thailand? Have you?
I don't know. I know that they grow it here.
Well,
I've had it.
a
Who
lot
needs
of it
kratom
does.
when you can walk through the? Listen, I can walk to the beach, and while I'm walking to the beach, there are 4 pot shops along the way.
Nice. That's good. I didn't know that.
That's some swag.
You know what?
Yeah.
They're opening up with bongs in the front of the stores. They're brightly lit. They're nicely appointed. Nice stores, nice and clean, and you can buy whatever you want.
Caller,
All right, well,
what's your name again, my friend?
This is
The One Angry Jew.
the one angry Jew. Yes.
That's right. And the fact that I use the word Jew in my name will incent some of your callers, you know, the anti-Semitic type. They won't be able to help themselves.
Hey, OAJ, I got to ask you, like, what does it cost to rent, you know, a place there, and what's like a daily plate at a restaurant cost? I hear.
I have a 1,000 square foot condo, 2 bedrooms, ensuite bathrooms, 2 kitchens, 2 living rooms.
I can verify.
$450 a month.
Stop it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not-
I've
Furnished.
actually
Furnished.
yeah.
How
Furnished.
much is what kind of food you getting?
Well, I can eat whatever I want. I buy. In fact, I found a source for New Zealand steaks. New York strips from New Zealand cost me about $3.50 each, 8-9 ounces.
All right. Well, we do.
Now listen,
have
you
to...
go on. You enjoy America. You go on paying $12 for a steak.
We have a break. We have a break.
Hey!
That's.
We have a.
You go on
break.
paying $12 for a steak, and when vagina comes, that also gets delivered.
Hey, where were you
I
born?
just make phone calls.
All right.
Where was I born? I was born in the shithole of the USA, Pennsylvania.
All right, listen,
well, cool.
you
Don't forget
one
that.
angry.
The home of John
hold
John
on.
Fetterman. I can't wait to see. I haven't seen any pictures of John Fetterman in the Senate yet. What's he wearing? Cloth bags? What's John Fetterman wearing in the Senate?
Listen,
Cloth bags?
Dude,
No, but we love you.
we have to take a break.
I think it's worse than Zelensky.
Well,
wearing
then go take a break.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you
anyway.
that for like 5 minutes. All right, we have to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to a very mixtrocerous episode of Shift Happens, and we'll be back here in just a few short commercially minutes. Don't go anywhere.
We get better.
Yohoy there, it's Gigi from Shift Happens, and you're shaking some conversational tail feather to the Fringe FM.
Thousands of people are having paranormal experiences with ghosts, demons, shadow people, dogmen, Bigfoot, and more. Their stories need to be told, and they are being told. Dark Waters, the renowned storyteller, invites you to join at IamDarkWaters.com. For just a few dollars a month, you can listen to some of the most hair-raising and compelling stories on the planet. You'll have access to real-life stories told by Dark Waters, thousands of hours of content. Their encounters are being told, and told by the best, at IamDarkWaters.com. Listen to stories like The Rabbit Man, the Dogman encounter in Silas, Alabama, The Man with No Face, The Other Woman, A Day Ahead of the Devil, Dogman Murder in Hurricane Ida, even a story of someone trying to kill a dogman. Louisiana Water Demon stories. Sign up today and become a member at IamDarkWaters.com. That's IamDarkWaters.com.
Hey there, this is Jess, host of The Jess Rogie Show, and you're listening to KTLK Digital Broadcasting, Fringe FM.
Musicians experience a lot of frustration with music marketing and promotion. They have no idea how to get their music heard, and they're spending hours sending emails, making phone calls, and hitting up their friends to promote them. With our industry-powered digital marketing platform, we can set up your media plan in minutes. Our team will automatically distribute your music across all the best channels, so you can focus on actually making the music. Submit your music today on our website at mymusicpromoter.com. That's mymusicpromoter.com.
Have you suffered in silence or experienced stress from a paranormal experience? Even if it happened 20 years ago, when thinking or talking about it today still makes you feel sick to your stomach or makes your heart beat faster, or you suddenly can't breathe. Maybe you even feel those old familiar signs of a panic attack trying to reach the surface. You could have unprocessed emotional responses. Those reactions of terror and trauma are no different than living through a horrible assault, childhood abuse, or a terrible car accident. It can be nearly impossible to find help. The very instance of seeing a ghost or encountering a cryptid could be clinically described as seeing or hearing things that aren't there. You could be considered psychotic, or at best, you're just not taken seriously. Out of a growing mountain of research, the National Institute for Integrative Healthcare showed that 8 out of 10 veterans who completed just 6 one-hour EFT sessions no longer tested positive for PTSD. If you've had paranormal trauma, you can contact Metaphorical Archaeology by calling 214-995-3754. Again, that's 214-995-3754 for a discreet consultation.
KTLK Digital Broadcasting. We rock the paranormal talk.
ladies and gentlemen, the Fringe FM, this is Shift Happens. I'm your host, Gigi Alonso, co-host JP.
Has the train left the station or the rails? Who knows? Wow.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And also joining us is our associate producer, Brad Harris. He'll be back here in just a few short minutes. Also joining us is the Elfman, Pat Breeze. What's happening, Elfman? There we go. And then also joining us is One Angry Jew, which I'm not. That's his name. That's his name, folks. That's what he goes by. So don't get mad at me. That's his name that he goes by. What's up, One Angry Jew?
Why are you making excuses, Jaime?
I'm just saying, I'm not calling you an angry Jew. I'm just letting
why.
people know that your name is One
so
Angry
afraid. You're so afraid you're going to be labeled anti-Semitic?
Plus, you know, it doesn't matter much to me because I'm actually newfoundly Jewish. I just discovered last year. And
Yeah. Like JP. JP was adopted. He's not even a Jew.
Well, now you sound like a goy. How about that?
I won't disagree. But I really am.
His name was probably Stanislavich or something like that when he was born.
Hey, you
Somebody-
gotta love him.
Somebody
Hey,
rescued him.
what did the Jews yell at the football game?
I have no idea. I don't go to football games, and I don't camp
The
either.
quarterback. Get the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Go back to calling me the Jew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so
Nobody knows how to laugh anymore. Come on. I think Elfwood brought that up early. People get crazy nowadays, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's nice to
Dude,
have a laugh.
I've seen a bunch of car wrecks lately. Have you guys been seeing a lot of fender benders and shit and like car
I
wrecks?
live in Titan. That's all they do.
Dude, I saw a lady driving with one of her tires completely non-existent, and her back her back tail was open while she was driving.
Well,
surprisingly, no. She had her back trunk door open with her front right tire completely blown out. And she was just driving along the highway as if there was nothing wrong.
How fast was she going?
Very fast. She was
What lane
going,
was she in?
That is
Dude,
so mental.
She was on the 71 here in Austin. She was going probably about 50, 60 miles an hour. Yeah. Just rocking it.
Dude, I've seen 4 fender benders in the last probably 2 weeks. Personally, just right in front of me.
That's because nobody mentally is paying attention to anything.
No, everyone, like, I hate, dude, don't, please, nobody get mad at me right now. But if you own a Tesla, you're like, you need to start freaking paying attention, man. Because there's too many electronics in there. Everyone's all like, I don't know what's going on.
No, there was a, just the other day, this bar over here in Austin, they just opened 5 days after opening. A Tesla that was on automatic mode plowed in to the bar and just destroyed the bar. Yeah. And the driver took off and ran away.
How is that even allowed to?
You know what sucks is like, okay, look, the cars are fast as freaking heck, right? You guys all know this, right?
Right, yeah.
Yes.
They're like one of the fastest cars. Like they'll beat a Ferrari off the line or something.
They're super fast off the line. I know.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
their top speed, but they are.
Their downside is they don't handle. Okay, so you got this like stealth, fast, badass car that just launches. Doesn't even burn out. Like the traction is so good. Technology is so good, it knows exactly how fast to go before the wheels spin out and you lose traction, right? That's where you're gaining speed on any car. If you're burning out, you're not gaining momentum, right? You follow me, guys?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
So long story short, these cars are so technologically I can barely say it, sorry. Technology fast, dude. That I swear to God. Which actually, I'm not swearing to God, but to be honest, dude, they're so fast. They're too fast for our own good right now. Like you got soccer moms driving these things, dude, and they punch it. And the next thing you know, dude, they can't make the turn, and they're just blowing out turns or running into people. Like if you're a body guy, get into the Tesla body freaking shop, man, because you're gonna make a lot of money.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
and they cut me off, and I'm pissed. So whatever.
Yes.
Oh wait, hold
I'm
on.
The
Tesla. The Rocker has a question that needs to be answered.
I want to know what JP is driving.
Yeah, what are you driving, JP?
Volkswagen.
A Honda. I've had 7 Hondas, I think, 8 Hondas now in my life.
You're a Honda guy.
Jesus.
Always
that's
had, well, not always. I've had a few, variations.
What are you running right now? You got the Honda. Dude, the new Civics look like race cars. I swear to God.
I'm actually looking. I have a CRV. I'm gonna sell it, and I'm looking for something like a little sportier. So I don't know. Maybe like one of the. I like the Civics too. I just like.
I'm sorry. You having a midlife crisis, JP?
I'm just used to it. I used to. I've had an ARC. I've had 2 ARC-7s also. One of my favorites of all time. I had 85 ARC-7 and 88 ARC-7.
You had an 85?
Dude, and my first car, my drunk.
That car
roommate,
ripped.
Dude, my drunk roommate lost it one night. I'm not even kidding. So he just lost it. He came back and said, "I lost your car." It's a true story. Wrote a whole story about it. But
what kind of conversation do you have with the insurance company the next day?
He had bought it from me. It was off my hands. Anyways, my first car was a Buick, but my second car, catch this.
Whoa! Your first car was what? A Buick what?
Regal. It was 2-tone, purple and beige. It was it was.
I'm in the company of royalty.
Silver and maroon.
It was tan and purple, and people used to call it the PB&J machine, dude. It was great.
Yeah, that purple and maroon color. I remember that.
It had
my second car
Man,
was
you're
a
breaking up, brother. I can't hear you.
My second car was a 1978 280Z, my favorite car of all time. I miss it. It was so good it got stolen twice.
Oh, dang. How'd they do it?
It just would... Old Datsun technology, you just like push it hard enough and like the lock just would like fall into the door, and then you'd get into the car and then you'd push the ignition and it would just fall in and then the car would start. It was like, okay.
Good to know.
And that's how it would happen.
If I'm ever down in like a third world country where they still have those things, I'm down. Hey, you know what? Actually, those cars, I remember I'm going way back. Third grade teacher, Miss Strickland, had a freaking 2-something Z, whatever. And if you got an A on your test, she would take you to McDonald's and get you whatever you want.
Did she fondle you as well?
The thing was, though, we went to her house before we went to McDonald's. I was like, Miss Strickland.
Oh, somebody kicked.
Sorry about that terrible. Yeah, we had a bad chime in there to your story. I couldn't handle it anymore.
I know.
That's why JP is the co-host right there. Yeah.
There you go.
But wow,
I didn't know I had that power. If I had realized that sooner, it would have happened.
It's all about that car. You got to freaking, that horsepower. You never know.
But to treat you as a celebration to go to McDonald's, that's like
her 240 SX.
I mean, was like, congratulations, we're gonna poison you.
There we go.
I think we went by her house first, and she took a bong rip or something, and then we went from there. It was weird. I was like, why are we going by your house first?
Elfman, what happened to you? Are you falling asleep? Is it too late for you?
No, he's just playing Assassin's Creed, I think.
Oh, okay.
Kick the well. Kick the elf. Kick the elf.
Trying to sit here and watch him boat.
See, that's why you need earbuds, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, are we getting back to the pyramids yet?
Yeah, let's go.
Do it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, I think the Fred Flintstone thing, even though it may sound funny, you got to remember, man, and, I'm not into the religion thing, but we're going to go with, the Jewish religion or Christians, same religion.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Ear.
So if we go back to that, there was a civilization before they put down Adam and Eve. So it could have been Fred Flintstone, dude. The meteors come down, wiped them all out, and I do believe there was wheels.
I do too.
You can build a pyramid perfect.
There
but you can't
had to
build
be, dude.
Come on, man.
You can't be saying, "Oh, this was when a wheel was invented." No one.
Yeah,
come on.
Well, obviously there was wheels. I just said that earlier, just to state what we're supposed to be taught in school.
No. I know that. I'm just saying, in general, like the man can't be saying, 5,000 years ago the wheel. Like, dude, come on, bro. There's been freaking rocks rolling down hills. People figured that shit out a long time ago before that. Anyways.
They say there was no sharp tools or none of that kind of stuff. I mean, come on, dude.
I know, huh?
All right, hold on, real quick.
Deborah just kept comment. She said a question. Yes.
Real quick. JP, Brad, Elfman, have either of you watched the Graham Hancock series in entirety?
JP, go first.
I have not.
Brad?
Yes, I have.
All right. Elfman?
Nope.
No? Okay. Damn, it's worth a watch. Honestly, they started off pretty weak on the first episode. I'm kind of surprised they that's what they went with on the first one. But yeah, but it all builds up to the last episode. It's a big build-up process to the last episode, and I highly recommend everybody watch that series for sure. And I know I'm just like a stupid skateboarder kid, but dude, I'm telling you, I am telling you, you gotta watch that. Are you gonna watch that, Elf?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty much set in my ways of thinking about how things are. Is he going to change my mind or not?
It will. Yeah. I
Well,
think
you
it
know,
will.
I need to share that with my sister, because there's certain people, like, I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I just want people to, like, look at different,
just to think for themselves.
Perspectives of it, yeah. And, like, so basically, from my sister's point of view, it's like 100% the Bible and religious, and she said that, like, nothing happened 7,000 years ago, and I'm like, no, that's not the way it is. And it's so sensitive because that's my family, and I love her to death. But
hey, scared to talk to her about that? You give her my phone number and have her call me, and I'll tell her. Because if you want to go with religion, then even in her book that she likes, it even says that there was something before man was created. There were men. Because why did the mark of Cain get put on Cain? It was put on stop him from being killed by anybody else.
Yeah, not only that, but dinosaurs. That's part of, like...
If it was Adam, Eve, and Cain and Abel got killed, why would you have to mark Cain for the other two to know that they shouldn't kill him? Come on, man. Use your critical thinking has left this earth a long time ago. That's why we're where we're at.
I know. Why is that, though? What happened? Besides going back to my crazy sister, I want to, for sure we've been freaking manipulated in some way or another, where amnesia is like our biggest enemy, right? Like, we have the freaking ability to forget everything that's so important, you know what I mean? To, like, which is cool, it's good to forgive and forget and stuff in certain circumstances, but dude, realistically, it sucks. I know what you're saying, Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like,
you're right.
You can't.
It's a system that is designed to make us forget almost every way possible. You're absolutely 100% on that.
And I don't want to get too deep into that, but I'm also
brought it up in the chat conversation. I want you to answer this, man, because you being a Jew, you should be able to do this. Now, the history tells Adam and Eve, but doesn't the Jewish history talk about Lilith?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah.
The Christians, what blows my mind with Christians is they believe in their religion, but they don't understand that they took a religion and turned it into theirs.
Right.
Because they want to look at the history, they just want to go, well, we don't want anything before Jesus. Everything before Jesus was just whatever story.
Exactly.
They're not even back to their origins. And what's wrong with the planet right now is humanity don't know its origin. So see, it's funny if you look at it, same thing.
They also don't know that they've been cut off from its origin. That's even worse. That's the worst part of it all right there. They were swindled and they were snipped quite literally from their origin.
Yeah, it's like a ball of confusion, like Love and Rockets said, the band. And then not only that, but that's just for fun to say that, but I can go even deeper. I agree with exactly what he's saying. And, dude, so check it out. It's like, how deep do you really want to go? You know what I mean? It's like we can go really deep. So I'm ready. Let's go, JP.
That's why I asked at the beginning, how much truth can people handle? Or did I say it last night? I can't even remember anymore. I say it all the time.
Too, but you're afraid. I know you're down, so, like, come on. I'm not going to talk anymore, you guys. I'm glad, I was here for a little bit, but I'm ready to bounce out and just ride in the back seat. Love you all, and let's do this. I want to sit here and listen to a good conversation.
We're in it. That is the conversation right there, man. Awesome. I felt that. It's good stuff.
Oh, we don't have another hour either, huh? Damn.
We've got
another
about
hour.
half an hour in a couple of minutes here. But I'm going to ask Elf. You ready?
Hit me, man. Hit me.
What has been at the most forefront of your attention? Something that you feel that needs to be discussed like right now.
Oh, I think we're on the right track, but here, I'll just bypass all the bullshit and get to the shift I said, right? Yeah, okay, we'll all agree on that. It was shift. But anyway,
yeah,
we're going to go to where my brain goes, which is a scary place, but it's filled with Oreo love. So here's my thing. We can all agree, because scientists agree with it, at one time this planet had no rain, no water per se. We got the oceans and everything after the, water got broke, the firmament, and it came down on Earth for 40 days, 40 nights. So my question, if we really want to get into the origins of humanity, I think we need to go to the oceans, boys. What do you think? Because that would be the origin. Because that's the deepest part of the earth. Where do you think they were at? Because you wouldn't live on them. Back then, you're going to go to the fertile land, which would be the lowest spot. That's all I'm saying.
Water world, baby.
And I'd love
Water
that your camera's on your ear right now. You got a beautiful ear, by the way.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Great ear.
Great ear. Honestly, that's kind of it. That could be metaphorical. It's like, dude, not only is Pat, dude, you're just a plethora of information, but all that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen some serious stuff. That's what turned me on to all this off the ocean, San Clemente, Dana Point. I saw a plethora of glowing orbs, like 25 to 35, and over the coast from Dana Point down to like San Onofre nuclear plant. And at first I was like, oh, those are just like Chinese lanterns or whatever, right? I was like, okay, whatever, it's cool. And I was like, and my buddies all, well, no, dude, F that. What the F is that? Look, they're going in and out of the
Check
all
phone.
cray and
Yep.
whatnot.
Sorry about that. We do have a caller of 484. 484.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
let me guess. Actually, no, I'm not gonna guess.
All right, back to the story.
All right.
I'm over the ocean, and the freaking lights are coming on. I got my wife, my son's on the sailboat, got the mechanic, and he's like not even into UFOs. And the next thing you know, he's like, "What the F is that?" And we saw him going in and out of each other. You hear what I'm saying?
Yep, and again, we have another caller, area code 486. Who art thou?
Can I get order a more interesting show, please?
What?
I'd like to order a more interesting show.
Oh, well
You know
then
you'd
go
love it.
listen
No
to
problem.
somebody
We'll
else, you
deliver that.
fucking asshole. All right.
Well, we'll get back to you right away. I'm sorry,
love
but
You're so beautiful, you freaking awesome
What a
person.
fucking idiot.
Skype sucks.
He
Skype
actually
sucks.
he actually spends his time listening to shit that he doesn't like. Wow. Fuck you. Fuck
Shift.
you. And
No. You know what? That is awesomely cute. Like, he has a fetish for you, Gigi.
Yeah, he does.
So you better
He does.
put up a freaking alarm. He wants you, dude.
well, you better
Don't
have a
drop the
fetish
soap,
for
bro.
my
That's all I
foot
gotta
and
say.
his teeth.
Huh?
Gigi's pretty enough for him.
I know. Don't bend over, Gigi. In the dark. He might get you.
Stay away from the Thai bud.
Oh my god,
shit.
we're gonna get kicked off the network. Anyways,
well, we're actually not on the network, so.
Oh, then cool.
Yeah,
then fuck
no,
that guy.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that
Here's
guy.
something else I can't find out.
That guy's gonna get his ass kicked if I ever see him. Anyways,
All right,
no, I
but
would waste my energy for that.
anyway, we do have to take our very last commercial break, so we will do that now, and we'll be back in just a few short commercially minutes, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Shift Happens here for the Fringe FM. I'm your host, Chichi, along with our co-host, JP. Brad is here as well as Elfman. Yeah, and we'll be back here in just a few short minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of going out and having fun on Friday nights? Perfect. Because that's when our show, Shift Happens, airs live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, that's 9 p.m. Central, right here on the Fringe FM. Get there while you can status.
Listen, as we explore the mysteries of the universe, the unknown, high strangeness, consciousness, and our human potential, Lighting the Void is an eclectic program that strives to ignite the late night with stimulating conversations. Join us on the Fringe FM.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Have you suffered in silence or experienced stress from a paranormal experience? Even if it happened 20 years ago, when thinking or talking about it today still makes you feel sick to your stomach or makes your heart beat faster, or you suddenly can't breathe. Maybe you even feel those old familiar signs of a panic attack trying to reach the surface. You could have unprocessed emotional responses. Those reactions of terror and trauma are no different than living through a horrible assault, childhood abuse, or a terrible car accident. It can be nearly impossible to find help. The very instance of seeing a ghost or encountering a cryptid could be clinically described as seeing or hearing things that aren't there. You could be considered psychotic, or at best, you're just not taken seriously. Out of a growing mountain of research, the National Institute for Integrative Healthcare showed that 8 out of 10 veterans who completed just 6 one-hour EFT sessions no longer tested positive for PTSD. If you've had paranormal trauma, you can contact Metaphorical Archaeology by calling 214-995-3754. Again, that's 214-995-3754 for a discreet consultation.
Musicians experience a lot of frustration with music marketing and promotion. They have no idea how to get their music heard, and they're spending hours sending emails, making phone calls, and hitting up their friends to promote them. With our industry-powered digital marketing platform, we can set up your media plan in minutes. Our team will automatically distribute your music across all the best channels, so you can focus on actually making the music. Submit your music today on our website at mymusicpromoter.com. That's mymusicpromoter.com.
Thousands of people are having paranormal experiences with ghosts, demons, shadow people, dogmen, Bigfoot, and more. Their stories need to be told, and they are being told. Dark Waters, the renowned storyteller, invites you to join at IamDarkWaters.com. For just a few dollars a month, you can listen to some of the most hair-raising and compelling stories on the planet. You'll have access to real-life stories told by Dark Waters, thousands of hours of content. Their encounters are being told, and told by the best, at IamDarkWaters.com. Listen to stories like The Rabbit Man, the Dogman encounter in Silas, Alabama, The Man with No Face, The Other Woman, A Day Ahead of the Devil, Dogman Murder in Hurricane Ida, even a story of someone trying to kill a dogman. Louisiana water demon stories. Sign up today and become a member at IamDarkWaters.com. That's IamDarkWaters.com.
This is Tom Sherman. Down here at Banning College, we're promoting a blood drop. Oh, shit.
Welcome to the Sound of America. You're listening to AM 580. Lay back, the sheep, little lamb, little lamb, little lamb, little lamb, little lamb, little lamb.
Sold Adam the apple. Told me so to my base. Cannot be saved. Follow me, and good to know that he's walking with me. Big rock is a weapon.
The devil is a black storm.
True. Into the fog. Let him cast the first stone. Jesus. And you have fallen into the love that needs to be designed by the Lord. Hallelujah, y'all. I want to hear a couple of hallelujahs.
And we are back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for the Fringe FM. This is Shift Happens. I'm joined here by my co-host JP.
A very young version of
And we're also here with our associate producer Brad Harris, as well as Elfman, the one and only Elfman. And who else is here? We have somebody else here.
I think there was
Eric!
else lingering.
That's right. Eric has just joined in the show. Yes. What's up, Eric?
Here. What the hell did you guys double
Get
concerts
the
tonight?
front door shut. Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
What the hell's going on? I missed the first part of the show. What's all this? Who was this guy that called in that somebody was gonna put their foot in their face or something like that? That's all I heard.
I'll let JP.
They were talking about you, dude. He was like, "Where's Eric?"
Yeah.
I want to fuck him up.
No, we were talking about one angry Jew.
Just checking.
Which,
One angry Jew.
you know, he's always welcome here, but you know, he says some things and does
Are you
some
talking about
stuff.
the angry Jew that used to call into Debbie's show? Is that who we're talking about?
Yes.
Same guy.
Yeah.
He called in? No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
He loves
Yeah,
us.
he kind of stuck
I know
his way in
remember
here.
him.
I guess that's what happens when you put out the call-in number. Yeah. So
That guy's—he's such a pedophile. He's got nothing. I guess he's done pedoing all the little boys and girls out there. So he just figured he'd take a break and call you guys.
That might inspire
Yeah,
him.
he'd pick on Gigi. He's like, what, 32 or something?
Yeah, about. Well. Son, tither and to and fro.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. Good to hear your voice, brother.
Let's go on. Happy New Year, bitches.
Happy New Year, my friend.
Let's
happy
have a
New
shot.
Year. Yes, I'll take a shot right now. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Dude,
can we all pour one first? Jeez.
You gotta be ready.
I don't have. I'm with Elf.
We have listeners, bro.
I'm sitting non-smoking section.
Wait, let's give them a 5-second, get my bottle together and pour a little shiznot.
Get the shots, guys. Look at the picture of my screen. Jimmy's lining them up for it right now. Remember that night? Remember that night?
Oh man.
Remember that night? That was a good night.
Dude, I remember that night. Let's
Jimmy's
pretend
spending all
that
his
night quadrupled.
Anyway, here we go. Here's Jimmy and Whitley. Anyway, I'll shut up. I'm just kind of scrolling through the pictures. The good old days, right? Those are the good old days. There we go.
Yeah, those were some good old days.
Yeah, those are fucking the good old days.
Yeah, I mean,
there's Emery and Jimmy. If you guys, I don't know if you see that right there. There's here it is. Oh no, there it is. See that one? Do you see that picture? Can you see that? Okay, that's John Polk and Jimmy, and he was stoned out of his mind at the Alien Snowfest. Remember, Gigi, at the Alien Snowfest when your came down.
Yeah, a lot of people hooked up with a lot of people. That was awesome, though. And Micah actually got to do a talk there on that one, and that was pretty cool, too.
I got to run into Micah in Arizona a couple weeks ago with this whole debrief team.
Oh, really? Nice.
We had a beer. We hung out and had a beer, and I think he's kind of. This is just a rumor. I think he might be dating Chrissy Newton. I'm not sure about that though.
He's a player. He's
dude's smooth, man.
Yeah.
He is smooth.
He's smooth.
Anyway.
He can make anything happen. Yeah.
He can make it rain. Micah makes it rain, I think.
So where are you at, Eric? Are you back at home or?
I'm just still home. It's been freaking raining, as you guys know. Most of you know. I mean, shit. Is it raining in Southern California? Even though they say it never rains, I'm pretty sure it's been raining there too, right?
It was wet, very wet. It was nice today, and it was like in the 70s. But last 3 days were dark and rainy.
We got this lake up here called Santa Margarita Lake, and prior to this winter, it was down to like 50% or something. It was so low, it was ridiculous. And a couple weeks ago, I went down there and it was at 71%. I'm going, right on, man. And then I got a call today because I've got my trailer in dry storage down there. And the lady says, well, we're up to 91% and we got more rain coming. And we just want you to know that it could flood out your trailer. And I'm going, oh, shit, are you kidding me? I got to drive down there and move my trailer. She goes, you can put it in the camp spots at the campground if you want and no extra charge. So yeah, I'm waiting for the summer and the winter and the spring to come to pull that trailer out and just move it down the road about, a quarter block and park it right there on the lake, man. It's going to be awesome. You guys got to come out and party at the lake.
Oh, I would love to.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Would love to. Yeah.
So what's the topics? Are there any topics you guys been talking about, or we just talking shift?
We just been talking shift.
A lot of shift.
Although Brad did have an interesting theory, but I'm not sure how far that goes. But
I have, for the record, I mean, I haven't thought of the Fred Flintstone sort of thing, but I have considered the whole notion of giants. Eric, where are you on giants?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how tall do we want to talk about. We want to talk about 12-foot giants. We want to talk about 25-foot tall giants.
Well, the problem.
Brad remembers at one time we were at one of Jimmy's get-togethers. They had that guy Michael Tellinger was there, and he was talking about giants that were a mile tall. And I just thought, this guy's so full of shit. I don't buy that for a half a second. Human people on Earth that were a mile tall. Oh no, we've got the evidence. Okay, well, why isn't it all over the news then? If you've got the evidence, you know what I mean? It's like Corey Good. I've been to Mars and back, 120 times. I don't care what you guys say.
What if the evidence is on the side of like almost every highway in America?
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, shit, it's giants for real. They're out there at the Catalina Island, and you're not even allowed to legally bring a shovel. You cannot bring a shovel to Catalina Island, and there's areas you cannot dig. It's against the law. I mean, whatever the law is out there.
What?
I've been there. I've been there many times. I never knew that. It's
a true story.
Wow.
So, because I thought about it, you know me, guys. I'm always looking for an angle to, just hike off the grid. And I thought, man, I'm going to go up there and hike up the grid. I'll bring a shovel and I'll just start digging. Maybe I'll find some giant bones. Wow. And then somebody says, no, you can't do that. And I says, what? Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
Interesting. So, yeah. It would have been more interesting if they confiscated your shovel at on the barf boat over. You say you bring a shovel to scoop up all your barf. That's how you get away with it.
Yeah. And then also, here's something that's interesting. There's like 5 islands out there. There's the Catalina Island. There's the Santa Barbara Island. There's the Santa Cruz Island. There's a couple other islands.
Channel Islands, right?
Channel Islands. And there's another island if you go up towards San Francisco, up towards Baja. I think it starts with a G. It's got like a Spanish name. Do you guys know which island I'm talking about? I can't think of the name right now.
That one I would not sure.
It's not discussed much, but so check this out. So Eric Mitchell says that's where the Tic Tacs are coming from. There's a base. This is what he said. There's a base out there near that far island that goes far south. It's technically in Mexico when you get that far down. And I said, well, who told you that? He goes, look on Google Earth, and I pull up Google Earth, and I'm kind of zooming in on the island. He goes, see that patch right there? So what they did is they took this little patch that's right next to the island, and it's a block that's just kind of, it's all blurred out. He says, why is that blurred out? And I says, fuck, I don't know. Why was it blurred out? He says, according to his sources, that's where they've detected these Tic Tacs coming from, and they've got it blurred out because they don't want people looking down there. So anyway, that's kind of wild, but
on Google Maps that are blurred out.
I know, I agree. I mean, it could be just a story, but since you guys don't have anything else to talk about, I figure I'll just tell a story.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very fascinating. Yeah.
Good to hear your voice, Eric.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I haven't heard you in a while. I know you got shut down on Twitter, but I know you got some other things rocking, like here and there.
Well,
yeah, Elon, and I sent in my email request. I said, "What do I got to do? Do I got to delete all my tweets? I mean, can I just, what do I got to do?" And they won't even answer my fucking emails. They will not even answer them. They won't even tell me why I was shut down. So I can speculate why, but. I trolled the shit out of Corey Good one night, literally just so viciously trolled him.
Hey,
somebody has to do it. Yeah.
Heard from his mouth what we all knew all along, that he was a liar, and he finally admitted it. And I was like,
That's where I'm like, okay, can I just? I'm sorry, I just came in. I just jumped right in. I'm so sorry, you guys, but can I please talk about Corey Good for honestly, I'm gonna give me 5 minutes max. And
we have
the last
exactly
5 minutes of my life.
We have exactly 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes.
You guys know what's up, and you guys are the only ones that I can really express myself. But it's dude, homie, ever since we go to conferences, right, Gigi?
Right.
So we're at every conference, and we're just we pee people out, and now what? We got Corey Goods in the scene. We're gonna go check him out, dude's like sweating like bullets, right?
Oh.
He's like, no, literally, like there's sweat dripping off his face. His armpits are drenched. You know, we're like, dude, this is like a freaking hippie convention, pretty much. Like, what are you so nervous about, right?
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I was like, well, this dude's freaking comedy. But his story, you know, was so like cool. But then you get David Wilcock backing it up, just like, boom, every freaking sentence. You know, they got their little spiel down, and it was like, oh my god.
Man,
like
Dave,
I was sitting there
Dave.
and I was like, I felt like I was like some evangelist, like kind of like weird, creepy occult thing. Dude. It was so weird, dude.
I gotta ask Gigi then. Gigi, do you sweat like a pig when you're on DMT or no?
That's actually a really good question. No, for some reason I don't. No. Which is weird because I sweat doing like just taking out the trash. I'll sweat, you know. But for some reason, with DMT, no, I'm quite good.
Gigi's a sweater though.
Gigi.
He gets a sweat on.
Gigi, for the longest time, every frickin' conference for 5 years would literally wear that same fucking cap and that same shirt and that same coat, that same pair of pants. Gigi, you had like your uniform. You had your CITD uniform. By the way, CITD 2023, it's on. Did you guys know that? It's on.
Dude, did you hear who bought it?
Yeah, I just heard that earlier. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who bought it?
You won't even believe it, dude. Guess who owns CITD?
Who?
Captain Ron.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
I know.
He's not too bad.
I'm kind of down with that, though, because, like, you know, he's young.
I
like,
mean,
Victoria's...
I'm surprised that Victoria, you know, but whatever. I'm still going to show up for that, you know, and I'm at least gonna give it a chance, you know. But
it's gonna be great, dude. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be probably better.
I got so many people that haven't been to CITD before, that friends of mine that I've been telling about these great parties we used to have, and yeah, it's gonna be a party fest. We're gonna throw down. Trust me.
Yeah, but honestly, it's never gonna be the same as it used to be back in Joshua Tree. Like I know, I know it was hot as fuck, you know, and people had heat strokes and everything like that. But man, there was really surely something magical about the Joshua Tree version of CITD that just I don't care what hotel you rebook it. It's never gonna live up to the magicness, the magical awesomeness that was the original Joshua Tree CITD.
Yep.
Great words.
Did you guys hear the latest disclosure news real quick, just to get like back to reality for a minute? So I have it on very good authority.
Wait, you're saying your news is reality? Let's hear this.
This is real reality. So I don't know if you know this. That guy.
All right, we've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, so Kurt Jumungi, or Jumungi, whatever his name is, it does that show called Toe, Theories of Everything. So he had Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp on there, and a whole bunch of people, like a whole 8-hour festival the other day, whatever. And Jeremy Corbell's going, yeah, well, you guys, we got disclosures coming. We're going to have all sorts of disclosure happening in January, right? And so I sent that information to my friend, and my friend says, well, they're going to have their disclosure, and we're going to have our disclosure too. So I'm predicting, this is my prediction for 2023, that the Roswell incident will go from maybe to fact. That's my prediction. They're going to announce officially that Roswell.
I thought it was already fact.
Well, it's already fact to us, but it hasn't been announced officially.
Dude, I mean, they got a fucking whole city with like aliens everywhere. Like, is that fact enough? Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm just saying. And then they might. I was also told that they might release the Kingman, the Harry Drew Kingman, Arizona, 1953. There was multiple UFO events that were actually more impressive. If you ever read the whole story about the Kingman incidents, that whole story was way more interesting than the Roswell story in 1950.
Yeah. I need to get into that more.
Yeah, that's
a good one.
So that
All right,
but they're not going to tell us anything that's happened in modern eras. They're going to go and they're going to start in the 40s and the 50s, maybe the 60s and 70s, but primarily they're going to drip it out. They're finally going to tell us the history of things that people have always said. Well, they speculate that maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, but they're just going to break it out and say yes, it was true, and we're tired of lying to you about something that happened 75 freaking years ago.
Is there like a campground over there?
Hold on. I gotta say, we have
is that the elf?
Yeah, no, that's me. We have to run right this very now, but I do want to thank everyone: Eric, Elfman, JP, Brad, myself, and even one angry Jew. Everybody that has contributed tonight, and not to mention all the folks in the chat room, the Rocker and Sir Ann and everyone else. But thank you very much.
Real quick, Rita said hello to everybody. She loves you all. We got big things planned for the future. I'm not allowed to say anything more than that, but Fader Night will return in a whole new world, a world unbeknownst to anybody other than the people.
A real world of reality.
Yeah, the real. Anyway, I'll shut up. Sorry,
right,
go ahead, Gigi.
Well, I'm sorry, but we do have to run right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do gotta get out of here. Special thanks to Brad Harris, our associate producer, as well as our co-host JP. Elfman, thank you for hanging out tonight. Eric Awakening Man, our roaming reporter, was here tonight as well. And shout out to One Angry Jew as well. Yeah, and with that, thanks for tuning in, but don't go too far, because coming up next, right here on The Fringe FM, is Lighting the Void with Joe, Mother, Bleepin', Roop. And then after that is Open Lines all night with the Jess Ruggie Show. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you next week with a brand new first-time guest. Isn't that right, JP?
This is going to be a barn burner. Show up. Next week. It's going to be big.
All right. There we go. Wave bye-bye, folks.
Hey, Elfman. Love you, brother. Elfman rocks.